In part one of our series on Henry Lee Lucas and Ottis Toole, we'll focus on Henry's upbringing. Is this the worst serial killer childhood we've ever discussed? From head trauma to donkey murder to prison pen pals, this episode has it all. We'll detail his alleged first murder, the death of his mom, and the erratic behavior that eventually led to a meeting with Henry's partner in crime. I'm Mike.
I'm Ian.
And I'm Dave. If you're not familiar with bestiality involving rabbits, stick around. This episode is sure to be a hair-raising experience. This is Necronomipod.
Last night I went back and watched some old Psycho Sid matches
Yeah?
in memory of the late professional wrestling legend. What's his last name?
Sid Udy?
Udy.
Yeah.
I have a hard time with his last name.
From, I believe it's from West Memphis, Arkansas. What'd you watch? What matches?
Actually, I only watched one. I watched 1996 Survivor Series.
His first title win.
Yeah.
He beat Shawn Michaels, Dave.
That's so exciting, I can barely contain myself.
Hit him with a camera, a TV camera.
What? A camera?
In Madison
He
Square
could have
Garden.
killed him.
He
Right in
could
the
have.
back of the head.
While Jose Lothario was having a heart attack outside the ring.
He actually hit him in the chest with a camera, too.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
I
unbelievably
think he
violent.
sent him in the cardiac arrest. It was Shawn Michaels' manager at the time. It was also his trainer in real life, Jose Lothario.
Oh, boy.
I didn't even know Sid was sick. I think the family, for real, kayfabed all that he had
Cancer.
yeah. I'm trying to think what he actually had. Was it non-Hodgkin's lymphoma? I think.
I'm not sure why you're looking at me.
I'm just talking out loud here. I know you would not know this, Dave.
It sounded like he had it for a long time.
Yeah.
Like he had been dealing with it for a while.
Yeah, it caught me off guard. It was real sad to see. It was only 62, 63.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like you know how Peacock, like if you watch Survivor Series 96, then it'll just play 97 afterwards. So
Does it? It doesn't go to the next pay-per-view. It goes to the next Survivors.
right the following year. So I was
So
sitting
clever.
there and it went to 97. I'm like, I guess I'll watch the Screwjob match. So
That's
why
Montreal Screwjob, yeah.
so that's what I did last night.
I was on Peacock last night, too, watching Yellowstone, not wrestling.
Is that why I was getting all these alerts in my emails about people walking into my Peacock? And I'm like, it's in Medina. It's fine. I know who's doing that. Peacock is terrible for the WWE network or for all that WWE. I'm hoping, because Monday Night Raw is moving to Netflix here soon, I'm hoping Netflix takes over all that. I don't know if that's what they're working out. I know that SmackDown is going to be moving to USA, and USA is part of the NBC like parent company. So maybe they're going to stay with Peacock, but I don't know. But it's like you can't skip chapters like in a pay-per-view. So like you used to be able to skip like match to match. Just it's like, a chapter on like an old DVD type thing. You have to like just fast forward the whole time. It's real fucking
What was this,
annoying.
1984
Exactly.
on the VCR? Fucking bullshit.
Like, this is ridiculous. What are you going to do? But yeah, it was sad to see.
He is probably the closest thing to a real life comic book character, like superhero, like his physique,
He's huge.
how tall he, like just everything about him.
6'8", maybe 9, I don't know, something like that. Just jacked dude.
300 something pounds.
Big softball guy.
Yes.
I think we talked about that in one of our episodes in the
He
past.
did like to just kind of disappear and play softball for a while and not return any of the bosses.
Like for real, Dave.
great.
He would
I'd
just
love to
leave.
do that.
He would just leave because it was
Yeah.
softball season.
Fuck yeah.
And that was like his thing. Is
No,
softball.
I like this guy. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Fuck you, man. I'm playing softball.
there were like some, if I remember, there were some big matches or like big storylines, and he just like, nah, I'm gonna play softball.
Yeah. And the thing is, like, you couldn't like just not bring him back because every time he came back, he was money. The crowd loved him. He had the look of like a superstar, like a pro wrestler. This is what you want him to look like, larger than life. He had this crazy attitude. He had the bleach blonde hair, you know, the muscles, just the physique of it. So it's like, what are you going to do? You can tell this guy no if he's going to make you money?
Can't.
I bet Vince probably had a sex toy named Psycho Sid. They used on his interns, I'd imagine.
I think Mike might have had a sex toy named Psycho Sid. What are you talking about?
I was 10 years old. Stop.
Psycho Sid fleshlight.
I like the Sid fist bumps too to the crowd. Like he does like those quick ones.
The best was that match you watched last night. This is a lot of wrestling talk. Ooh, I apologize, everyone. That from that Survivor Series 96, he was the heel. And he comes out, starts fist bumping, and they're like, what the fuck are you doing? You're the bad guy. You can't be doing this. But it was the New York crowd. They always liked the bad guys. They booed Shawn that entire match, and they popped when Sid won.
Yeah, roles were reversed real quick.
Yeah. And Sid worked to heel. He was cheating the entire match, fucking giving Jose Lothario a heart attack, and they're still cheering him. You give an old Mexican man a heart attack and you get cheered in New York City. Huh.
Who would have thunk it?
Starting to think the Big Apple is not a very nice place.
It's an unfortunate thing to say, Mike.
Well, good thing we have no listeners in New York City.
Not a single one.
Nope.
Mike's views do not represent the views of Cool Down Media nor its other partners. I'm a big fan of New York City and enjoy going there very much.
That was our ones.
Were you actually there or in the airport?
No, I was in Times Square.
Oh, nice.
I do not enjoy going to Times Square. That is a shit show that you should avoid.
I didn't like it.
I think I've only been to
great.
JFK, so I've never actually. I don't count that as being in New York. If you go through an airport only, that doesn't
not
count.
count, no.
I agree. So I don't consider that I was ever in New York. One day, maybe.
Maybe you shouldn't be casting such aspersions on the
I watched it live,
inhabitants.
pal. They booed Jose Lothario having a heart attack.
Sounds like they bust in a bunch of out-of-towners or something. Ringers.
Oh, you think that's what they did? They filled the Madison Square Garden with fucking people from Texas. Not from Texas. They would have been upset at Sid. That's not fair. So this is a fucked up story.
It doesn't get much worse than this.
I told you guys earlier, like, I don't think I've ever felt as bad for a serial killer's childhood as I did in this one. This is one of the worst that I remember us discussing.
If there's a way to create a serial killer, Henry Lee Lucas's mom figured it out.
Yeah, she had the blueprints from somewhere, yeah.
I'm pretty... chances are Henry Lee Lucas probably would not have turned out like this. We'll talk about their family, his half-brothers and stuff. They were all a bunch of heathens, like act like fucking feral kids, you know, but none of them ended up being serial killers. I think Henry would have gotten a lot of trouble with the law, stuff like that, but maybe not ended up like this.
Was it Ed Kemper that was locked under the kitchen floor?
Yes.
Yeah.
So maybe Ed Kemper's mom and Henry Lucas's mom are the Mount Rushmore of piece of shit moms.
Yeah, she kept him down there. He just had like a little light bulb down there.
Yeah, he took care of her, though.
He did.
Well, yes, he did. All right, let's dive in.
Look, I wasn't the best mom either for little Eddie. I could have treated him a little bit nicer.
That's number 3 on the Mount Rushmore, maybe, of moms.
Yeah.
I don't like to see people fucking, though. No fucking.
Henry Lee Lucas was born in Blacksburg, Virginia on August 23rd, 1936 to Viola and Anderson Lucas. Henry was the youngest child to Viola.
Is it Viola or Viola?
Viola.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just making sure.
He was her youngest kid, which, depending on where you're getting the source information from, Henry was either the 9th, 7th, or 6th child she gave birth to, and almost all of them had different fathers.
Well, Well, I get my information solely from the Bible. So what is it saying there? That's my source.
9.
Okay. Highest number possible. That
Yeah.
makes sense. Sure.
Viola earned her money as a sex worker, but by the time Henry was born, she was in her 50s and I guess worn out might be a good term. She wasn't in the best shape anymore. By the time Henry came around, she was a raging alcoholic. Henry's father, Anderson, was also an alcoholic who made his money selling moonshine and little pencils at the bowling alley, like the ones that you keep score with, like the
I
golf.
can't believe they used to sell those.
Oh, yeah.
They didn't just hand those out.
I don't know how that's what the book said, is that he sold little pencils.
They're like retail to the bowlers, not wholesale to the bowling alley itself.
no.
Right?
Like, oh, you want to keep score?
Yeah.
You got to buy one of these.
Yeah.
Did
You know you ain't know how to count. You better buy this pencil to keep track. I just read about 2 80-something-year-old sisters in Amsterdam who are retiring sex workers who just retired and estimate they have had sex with approximately 355,000 men between them during the course of their long-standing career.
Gene Simmons has them beat? Just ask him. He'll tell you all about it. Wow.
sure he will.
86?
80-something,
Good for them.
because I believe it said they were octogenarians.
Where were they?
Amsterdam.
That's the place to be.
Yes, you can have sex with 80-year-olds?
No, I want to just go retire. Did you ever hear about Amsterdam having any trouble ever with anything? You just go and be happy. Live your life.
You could ply your wares down in the red light district.
Perhaps I will one day.
Perhaps you should.
Maybe I'm going to retire to Amsterdam.
I bet you will, pervert.
I want to have sex with an 86-year-old sex worker. I want to be her last one. I want to send her into retirement.
Nice.
She says, Mr. Mike Namapod, that was so good. I'm going to ride off into the sunset. And I go, I don't blame you.
That was my intention, ma'am. Sloppy 300,000.
Many women after me have decided that was their last penis ever and that they're not going back. So I get it.
By the time Henry was born, the family was only relying on Viola's income from being a sex worker. They never made much money at all. The book that I read, or one of the books I read, Trust Me, it's by Ryan Green. He says that she was paid 10 cents per guy.
Per penis?
Yes. I don't know if that's real. That seems like a little bit of an exaggeration.
Well, in the 30s, I don't know.
How much was a dime in the 30s?
I don't know.
Well, a dime was 10 cents in the 30s.
Yeah, but like...
We could do a quick on-air lookup on that.
Or we're not going to edit it to sound like you just happen to know it, or, like it's all
No,
a phony baloney.
No, we'll just, we'll really do it.
We need to bring Bill O'Reilly back on the soundboard. It's been too long.
$1 in 1936 is worth, that's $2013. Get the fuck out of here. $22.23. So yeah, that's still $2. That seems really low. Yeah, never mind. That's absurd. That's $2 prostitute. No.
But what is it? What's $2 getting you then? I mean, is it feeding the family? I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe you're not well off. Maybe you're getting by.
Can we put you on assignment and
you don't
send you down to a red light district with $2 and see what you get?
In today's day and age?
Yeah.
I think I'm going to come back with a couple black eyes, a bloody lip, a broken nose,
That's what I'm saying.
and robbed. Well, look, when you're not feeding half your family, probably goes a little further.
Yeah. I find that hard to believe, but okay. We'll go with it. It's in a book. Can't be wrong.
That's true. They had always lived in a dirt floor cabin with no running water or electricity. But now Anderson wasn't bringing in any money. One night, sometime before Henry was born, it's not clear exactly when, Anderson got blackout drunk off of moonshine and fell asleep on some train tracks. As a result, his legs were ran over by the train. From then on, Anderson was known around town as No Legs Lucas.
So clever.
I get it.
The family didn't have money for a wheelchair, so a makeshift wooden cart was built for Anderson, and he used a broom handle to push himself around on.
Oh, man.
It gives me the remake of Texas Chainsaw Massacre vibes. Remember the older guy in the wheelchair? He's like all creepy and stuff.
Did he have to fucking like canoe it? Like one side to the next just to stay
Anderson?
straight? Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he couldn't just go one side. You'd be turning in circles the whole time. Nobody wants to watch people go left for hours and hours and hours. That'd be fucking atrocious, right?
Yeah.
You got to go back and forth. Probably had some great arms. Probably had arms like Lobster Boy.
That's true. Yeah.
Patreon.com/Necronomipod.
Henry didn't experience love, not a single ounce. Viola only breastfed Henry because she had to, because he would die without it. But if he cried, she would pinch his penis as punishment. How it's told.
I'm not hard in the slightest right now.
That is accurate.
I haven't heard that one in a while. We always hear the other one.
Oh, yeah.
I'm hard.
How it's told is that she did this until he eventually learned to stop crying.
Oh.
Once Henry had grown out of breast milk, Viola checked out. Henry was going to have to fend for himself for food. He would claim later on that he had never had a hot meal until he was in prison later in life, which very well could be true. Henry would resort to digging in the garbage for food or stealing some from someone else's plate. Viola and her pimp Bernie ate food prepared by Viola. Henry, Anderson, and all the other kids were left to fend for themselves, figure it out on their own.
Man, there's some fucked up people in the world, huh?
Yeah.
In a word, yes.
And unfortunately, this stuff it's not like this ever happened again, you know what I mean?
No, it happens all the time.
Kids are neglected and whatnot.
Living in cages.
One time, Henry was caught stealing food off of Bernie's plate, and for this, Henry was banned from the house. The chicken coop out back became his new bedroom. And we're talking very young here. He's like, I don't know. We'll talk about it in a second. He's still teething. There are accounts of Henry teething on the wooden frame of the coop, ingesting all kinds of lead paint chips. On top of the lead poisoning, Henry also suffered from cadmium poisoning, which was caused by all the chicken shit that was everywhere. This is true because he had a consistent smell, like a mix between metal and chicken shit that just seeped out of his pores.
So if you get poisoned with this when you're a kid, you smell like that for the rest of your life?
It did something to him.
Oh, God.
That's horrible.
I don't like stinky people. I can't. I have a very sensitive nose.
No one in this story is for you then.
Yeah, I very easily detect BO rather rapidly in crowds. and
Start
stuff.
dry
And
heaving.
Yeah, I start gagging sometimes, so I can't be around stinky people. Like I was at a outdoor concert the other day when it was very hot. I'm like, there are a lot of stinky people in this crowd. It was not good.
I'm glad you didn't throw up.
Yeah. I resisted the urge. Yeah, it wouldn't be great.
Was the rest of the Creed concert good though? Or
That's all stinky people Creed concert.
no, I'll be the judge of that soon. Mm-hmm. I won't be. I wear the Rocks deodorant now. You got me on that, Ian.
Oh, yeah.
That shit's amazing. That's really good stuff. Of course it is. It's Dwayne. Does he ever do anything that's bad?
No.
Of course. Thank you. He gets it. Dave gets it. Incidentally, that
That
pay-per-view,
Walking Tall movie wasn't great.
that pay-per-view we talked about earlier where Sid won the belt was the Rock's debut in the WWF that night.
How about that?
See?
It all ties back to wrestling.
I will always make it tie back to wrestling, pal. I will come up. I've been thinking about that since page one. How do I make this go back to The Rock?
Henry's hygiene became an issue when he started going to school. So this is like kindergarten age. Teachers reached out to Viola about how bad Henry smelled. Like, please, come pick him up, wash him, do something. Viola walked to the school to get Henry. She grabbed him by the arm and dragged him to the pond behind their cabin. She threw him in, started scrubbing him super hard, beating him at the same time, also holding him underwater for long periods of time. Afterwards, she dressed Henry in one of his half-sister's dresses and took him back to school. Forcing Henry to wear dresses as a way to humiliate him became one of her favorite punishments.
Oh, my God.
This is the same thing that happened to Charles Manson, remember? I believe it was his grandfather was the one who was like, you know, if you want to act like a little girl, I'll teach you. And
I forgot about that.
yeah.
This is a blueprint for creating, you know, people like this from scratch.
Yeah, like if the FBI was going to create like their blueprint, they're
Yeah.
like, just this
Yeah.
story.
Yeah.
Go listen to
How to Create a Serial Killer by John Douglas. Here you go.
Just go listen to Necronomicon Part 1 on, you know.
Viola only got worse. She had always brought customers to the house to have sex with, but now she was forcing Henry and his father to watch. She would pull Anderson out of his wooden cart wheelchair thing and prop him up in the corner of the room. And like I said, Henry would be in there too. I have questions about the guys that were willing to go ahead and have sex with Viola while Henry was in there watching, and her legless husband.
I'll smell his dick.
But whose dick? Henry's or No Legs Johnson or the John's penis? Which one did you want to smell?
I will not condone any of this child abuse. This is ridiculous. I'm not saying I haven't cucked a man with no legs before, but I'm saying he was a willing participant.
Do you let the legless cuck's young son sit in the room on his lap and in the cuck chair and watch?
In a word, no. And I want to repeat that, no. No children are ever involved or harmed in the making of my cucks.
Allegedly.
This is just disgusting.
It's such a dirty scene too because it's a dirt floor cabin.
No one's probably bathed
No.
in, you know.
There's no running water.
It probably smells like a sewer. I can't even imagine. It's unimaginable to me.
Like, I'm trying to think about like that, like the griminess, the dirtiness, and like to think like that Dave was conceived in that. Right. Like that was where you came from, Dave. And thank God times have changed, right?
Jesus.
Sorry, it wasn't that long ago.
Henry had one thing in life that made him happy. It was a donkey that lived on the property of one of Anderson's coworkers. Because even Anderson would beat Henry when he got the chance. Like if Henry went anywhere close to him, he would start hitting him with the broomstick and shit. Like he had nobody.
Was it just Henry or was it all the kids?
It was just him. That's a weird thing. There was that Netflix documentary, that terrible one about that kid, Gabriel Fernandez.
Oh, God. I can't watch that. I know that story.
It's so bad.
I just can't.
I can't remember what they said in the documentary, but there was a psychologist or someone at the trial, whatever, talked about a phenomena or like a family dynamic where one child is the abuse victim. Everybody else lives a normal life, but for some reason, everything's focused on the one kid, which in that situation was that Gabriel kid. That seems to be what happened here with Henry. It was all focused on him for whatever reason.
That was just the cutest
Sad.
little kid. I know that story. I can't. I absolutely cannot watch that.
Yeah, no, it wasn't good.
It's tough to watch that stuff.
Horrifying.
It was tough to read this outline. Like this wasn't pleasant. And again, I know shit's gonna happen. I don't know what it is, but in the next couple parts, I'll figure it out. But like just reading this, you feel really fucking sorry for Henry.
You have to. Sure.
The guy that owned the donkey decided to give it to Henry as a gift. So Henry comes walking up to the cabin holding a rope tied to the donkey, leading it home. Viola came out and stopped Henry before he could get to the cabin, screaming at him, asking him where he got this donkey from. Henry explained that it was a gift given to him. He could keep it as a pet, and he would take care of it. Viola went back to the cabin, came out with a shotgun, and shot the donkey in the face at point-blank range in front of Henry. She then dropped the shotgun and started to beat him. When he fell to the ground, she started kicking him until he was unconscious. So that is a significant head injury, the first one of many.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
What the fuck?
Eeyore. It's not very nice.
I think you said Eeyore, like from Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah, Eeyore.
Have you watched Blood and Honey yet?
Nope.
I still haven't
How
either.
have you
I
guys
don't
not
know.
watched this yet? It's so bad that it's good. And the second one's already out.
I always forget about it.
Yeah. I don't know. Seems
You guys-
calm.
Of
I
course
like
it
dumb
is.
horror movies.
It's like 90% of the horror movies that are ever made. But it's so bad that it almost completes the 360 and you're like, that's kind of fun. That was a fun little ride.
I'll get on it one of these days. I did watch Long Legs a couple days ago. Fucking
good.
awesome.
Very good.
I loved it.
If only fucking, what you want to call it, starred as Winnie the Pooh, you probably would have watched it by now. Can
Now, yeah, if Nicolas Cage was Winnie the Pooh, I would watch that in a second.
you imagine if he took that role, but his face is covered up the whole time? He's just in a gimmick suit. But they were like, oh, it's Nicolas Cage.
We assure you, it's him in there.
They just paid him like $1 million to use his name. Like, you don't even have to come. We're just going to say this is you. He's like, all right. You guys are like, fuck yeah! Nicolas Cage is the best Winnie the Pooh. If I had that kind of money, I would absolutely do that.
Why wouldn't you?
Yeah. Oh, you want me to be the new Michael Myers? Sure.
Sure I will.
Use my name. Pay me $1 million and go have a blast.
Viola's abuse towards Henry peaked when he was 9 years old. She told Henry to go out back and fix the fence that was surrounding their property. Viola came out of the cabin and started yelling for Henry to come back for something, who knows what. When Henry didn't hear her, he was way off in the back of the property.
I like the fact that we just talked about how she shot a donkey at point blank range and then beat him until he was unconscious. But now we're at the peak.
Yeah, this is the
That was the
peak.
warm up. That was the opening act.
Yeah.
Okay.
She stormed through the yard, grabbed a 2x4 from the pile that Henry was working with, and swung it like a baseball bat off the back of Henry's head, knocking him unconscious. Then she went back in the house and left him laying out in the yard.
9 years old.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
She was lucky she didn't kill him
Yeah.
doing that.
Sure.
The next morning, Henry was still unconscious in the backyard. His brothers dragged him back into the cabin and propped him up in the corner of the room and left him there. Days had passed. I'm pretty certain he would have just died eventually, and Viola probably would have just thrown him out in the back or something. But on the third day of Henry being unconscious, Viola's pimp, Bernie, was the one to take him to the hospital.
Bernie the Pimp, already the hero of the story. Early contender.
The unlikely
Excellent.
hero.
Yeah. Pimpan is strong so far.
In my mind, it's Bernie Mac. And it's fucking awesome. It's better when it's Bernie Mac.
I love Bernie Mac.
He was
the best.
so good. This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. Hey, we're all getting old. That's life. It happens. But it doesn't mean you can't continue to better yourself. What's something new you'd love to learn? As an adult, do you make time to learn new things as often as you'd like? Or was that lost in childhood? Kids are always learning and growing, but as adults, we often lose that curiosity. So what's something new you'd like to learn? A new language? How to ski? Or maybe how to finally beat your friend in bowling? Therapy can help you reconnect with your sense of wonder because it's never too late to go back to school. Therapy provides an opportunity to reflect on who you are and what you enjoy. It can also help you identify new interests, new hobbies, and new skills. Things that are never too late to learn or try. Therapy can also be a great way to learn positive coping skills, set boundaries, and empower you to be the best version of yourself. Therapy is not only for those who've experienced trauma. So, if you're thinking of starting therapy, why not give BetterHelp a try? It's entirely online and designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. All you have to do is fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist, and you can switch therapists anytime at no additional charge. Visit betterhelp.com/necro today and get 10% off your first month. Again, that's BetterHelp, HELP.com/necro.
Henry's time in the hospital was an eye-opening experience for him. This was the first time he was ever treated
By a doctor?
Yeah, but any type of decency from people. And
That's the end of that sentence. He was ever treated. Period.
Yeah. Like a human being.
right.
Yeah.
And this is where we get proof too that he had the lead poisoning, the cadmium poisoning and stuff. I don't know what the protocol is. I mean, this is a long time ago, but the hospital released him to Bernie. Viola was ready to go right back to abusing him and stuff. And Bernie is the one that stepped in and said, you gotta stop with this kid. And at that point, Henry's 10 years old, and he was accepted into the family at that point. Like everybody stopped. Viola never like came around and liked him or anything. She just wasn't smashing him on the back of the head with 2x4s anymore.
Aw, love.
That's helpful.
Oh, that's
Sure.
love.
Yeah. She wasn't trying to kill him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But this left him with lifelong seizures, like very intense seizures where he would just freeze up and fall on the ground. You know, like she gave him significant brain damage.
How could she not?
We'll talk about it in part probably 3, maybe part 2. I don't know.
Oh, is this going to be a 3-parter? Are
This
you
is a
hinting at a
long-
3-parter?
This is a long one. There's a lot more to the story, but he
Doesn't help with all my derails. So
his like the CT scans of his brain and stuff afterwards, it's terrible brain damage from what she did to him.
I don't know when he died, but was it like a CTE type situation? I don't know when he passed away. We'll get to that in part 3, but I wonder.
Maybe he's still
the
alive.
science probably wasn't there.
Maybe he's still with us, Mike.
Oh, I thought he had just said his brain injury. Thought we knew.
Okay.
So all of the Lucas boys carried knives on them, like pocket knives. And when they got into fights with each other, they would pull them out. And every once in a while, someone would get cut.
What the fuck?
Like I said before, they act like feral kids. Like
Yeah, knife fighting.
There's no order at all.
You keep a pocket knife on you, Ian?
No.
You, Dave?
No, when I was a young man, I did.
I keep one in my
time
Carhartt
ago?
jacket.
Oh, is that right?
I said I keep one in my Carhartt
Oh,
jacket.
I heard what you said.
It's my Carhartt jacket I keep on it. Yeah. Don't fuck with me, because obviously I'm hard.
Obviously.
Because of the significant brain damage Henry received from Viola, his movements were very erratic sometimes. Like he would involuntarily jerk his whole body.
Like that?
Did he just come?
That's what that conjures up in my mind. Sorry.
During one of these fights where knives were pulled out, Henry had one of these involuntary tics, and he accidentally moved into his brother's knife, and the blade went right into his eye.
Oh, my God.
Henry instantly went into a seizure, and his brothers dragged him into the cabin. Viola said, fuck it, he'll be fine, but his brothers at least had enough sense to try and clean it out for Henry. But remember, this is a dirt floor cabin. There's no running water. So his brothers used river water to clean out his eye. Like his eye is gone. He just had his eye stabbed out. And they're putting river water in there to clean it out. I don't know how it didn't get infected, but it healed and he just didn't have an eye anymore.
It happens.
You know when you're fighting your brothers with knives?
Yeah. What do you expect, Henry?
His involuntary neurological disorder movement?
Don't jerk your head into my knife.
Because he's been so
I don't know.
fucking beaten down? Good Lord.
If there's ever a fuck you from the universe, this is it. In Henry's school, there was a group of boys who would disrupt class and stuff. Henry sat close to these boys, and one day the teacher had enough. Stress had been building. These kids, they weren't listening. So she snapped, turned around, and threw a ruler at this group of boys. It missed and hit Henry directly in his eye socket where the missing eye, and the ruler was just sticking out of the socket.
We know this for sure.
This 100% happened.
What the fuck?
And it caused this new injury healed in a weird way to where for the rest of his life there would be like this milky looking like tear that would come out of his eye, and if he didn't have a glass one in.
Jesus Christ, this guy.
That's fucked up. I don't like eye talk. Whenever like there's eye injuries, my eyes start watering themselves. Like I can't do it.
When you get to this point in the story, it's like, what more can happen to this kid?
Yeah. Somebody stop the damn match. Like, give this kid a break. Jesus Christ. Oh my gosh.
Or
It's horrific abuse.
Or just kill the kid now, because he's obviously going to grow up to be a menace. And, you know.
In 1949, Anderson Lucas, I don't know if he was like trying to run away.
That's no legs, Lucas, to you, right?
That is no legs.
Oh, I get it. Run away. Good one, Ian.
Very disrespectful.
Trying to roll away.
It's either that or he just had enough and like gave up and wanted to commit suicide, but he just took his broomstick and just like wheeled himself out into the snow until it sounded like till he couldn't go anymore. They found him, pulled him back inside. He had pneumonia and died. So either he just ended his life that way, or
He was also a drunk, right? Like he probably could have been drunk that night and you're not rolling very far in snow.
No? Right. Well, how deep was the snow?
That's what I mean. Yeah, like I don't know, but I took it to be a
in my
decent
mind,
amount of snow.
Yeah, in my mind, he's like Jack Nicholson. Yeah,
The Shining.
And The Shining. He's like he's all frozen.
I'll have to watch that movie one day.
That's wild.
Isn't that no legs out there frozen? Oh God!
Get that asshole back in here, and then he just has pneumonia and dies.
This is not a nice story, Ian. I was led to believe this would be a
fun time.
Tale. Yeah.
Were you though?
No.
This is awful.
Once Henry hit 14 years old, puberty hit, and one of his brothers taught him a way to relieve all that tension. What the Lucas boys did, this wasn't just Henry, this was all of them. They would catch a rabbit, insert their penis into said rabbit, and then slit its throat, which would make the rabbit shake around. Essentially, it's a rabbit fleshlight.
Hey, who plugged up the hole?
What's that from?
Bugs Bunny.
Oh, okay. That's what I thought.
Hey, what's going on here?
So
I mean, of course they did. Of course that's what they were doing, right?
It's something.
would they insert their penis in the rabbit's mouth? Or
I don't think so.
Okay.
The way I don't.
It's probably safer not going that route than letting it get chomped on like a carrot.
Plus they still.
And I thought this was going to be a dull day.
Oh, poor rabbit. Oof. I missed that Looney Tune. Is that when Elmer Fudd finally catches him?
Apparently, yeah. Very quiet.
This isn't a unique idea, though. It was either Peter Curtin. I think Peter Curtin was doing some stuff like this.
With rabbits?
With just the animals, like figured out that if you kill them in the process, they start.
Wasn't that the geese guy, right? The
Yeah. I think he was doing
he was
that
just
with dogs.
With the dogs and kill them, and they start shaking around.
Yeah.
I think I saw that in a Serbian film, too. They did that.
So it's a common thing, I guess.
But Peter Curtin would put his penis in them, or would just because there wasn't he the one that got off and just watching blood, like watching them bleed out.
I think it was the dog catcher taught him how to do
Dog
that.
catcher.
Okay. And then apparently a Serbian film. So Dave's got that TiVo'd.
Well, it's a human Serbian film, but sure.
Whatever. Hey, I don't know. Hey, I'm not kink shaming, Dave. Whatever you watch, you watch.
He was also having an incestuous relationship with one of his brothers.
Well, I mean, why not?
That's
At this
the
point,
least,
why not?
That's the least offensive thing you've said tonight, Ian. Just so you know.
Yeah, it really is.
So Henry says that he committed his first murder in 1951 when he strangled 17-year-old Laura Everline Burnsley. Laura vanished from a bus stop in Lynchburg, Virginia in March of 1951. He claimed that he had picked her up after she turned down his sexual advances and resisted a failed rape attempt, strangled her, and buried her body in a remote wooded area near Harrisburg, Virginia. Laura's body has never been found, and who knows if this ever even happened. Henry changed his story regarding this murder multiple times, and then he completely recanted the whole thing later on. We don't even know for sure if Laura Burnsley is the victim he's talking about. Investigators theorize that it's probably her based off of circumstantial evidence. And this is the first hint of why Henry is called the Confession Killer, why that's his nickname. Because we don't know what's true or what isn't with him. He will talk about it as we go. He claims to have killed like 600 people. It gets off the fucking rails with him.
Is it because of like just being like an egomaniac, or is it brain damage and he's confused? Or is that later conversation?
Corrupt police. There's a whole police corruption thing we're going to talk about with this.
God damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty wild.
What the fuck?
What the fuck, Mike? What the fuck?
Henry figures out that he's rewarded for these confessions. On June 10th, 1954, Henry was found guilty for over a dozen burglary charges in and around Richmond, Virginia, which landed him a 4-year prison sentence. We didn't really talk about that so far in the story, but he's got that classic serial killer thing where he just loves stealing shit. So that finally caught up with him. He did escape from jail in 1957, was caught 3 days later, and eventually he was released on September 2nd, 1959. Nothing really. He just kind of learned from people in prison, other criminals, how to get better at what he was, stealing, what he was trying to do.
That's what happens, right?
Yeah. Henry started to bounce around between different half-siblings' houses, and in late 1959, he went to live with his half-sister, Opal Jennings, in Tecumseh, Michigan. Around this time, he got engaged to Stella Curtis, a pen pal he had written to while in prison. I don't know what's going on with these pen pal programs.
Even back then.
This is not the first wife Henry's going to find through this system.
Oh, my God.
It's crazy.
Women like those bad boys.
I don't know.
That's why they always message me.
Is that right?
They like the scent of a bad boy.
Well, Carhartt can't hurt.
Wow.
That pocket knife, too.
From your words to God's ears.
Watch me change my oil, baby.
That's right.
I'm not even paying $50 to have someone else do it for me.
Another thing we didn't talk about is how Henry would run from Viola when he was a kid, but always went home. He would kind of run away, but always come back to the house. And
Home is where the heart is, Ian.
He would just accept his punishment. He would just come home, take his beating. And he would run really far, but he would always go back to the cabin.
They're always kind of mama's boys, right? Like even when they're abused, until they turn against them.
Like if I could do just this one thing, I'm sure I can make her love me even after all this.
Yeah,
Like
I mean
something
that's
like
what
that,
I mean.
perhaps?
Like searching for like that approval. Like you hear about it with like sons and dads, but like it's with these guys and maybe their moms sometimes. It's just love me.
Love me. Don't hit me with a 2x4 back of my
Don't
head.
shoot my donkey in the face.
Can you imagine blowing a kid's donkey's head off in front of him? Was he like 7, 9 years old?
But we talked about this with
Oh my God.
somebody else. We talked about their family member killed an animal in front of them because they were like, this is a farm animal. This isn't a pet. The fuck out of here with it.
Who was the one that killed the animal, the cat in front of his mom?
Richard Chase.
That's the only one I remember.
Yeah.
See the
his
orange
mom
coat
was like,
guy?
"Oh, you need to go get an apartment on your own."
Let me get my checkbook
You're
out.
pretty independent now. You should go live on your own. See the orange coat guy?
Yeah.
Who do I always get him mixed up with? Richard. Was Richard Chase also the one that like randomly shot the guy who was unloading groceries?
Yeah.
The Green River Killer.
Gary Ridgway.
That's the one I always get him mixed up. Baby Gary.
Yes.
Okay. He would bring dates to where he buried his victims.
Right.
I'm so good at trivia.
See, he's not the only person on the show that likes to fuck in front of kids. Baby Gary did also.
Yeah.
Well, Baby Gary didn't. Gary did, right?
Gary did. He fucked in front of baby Gary.
Yeah.
So Viola caught word of this engagement, and she left Blacksburg, Virginia for the first time ever and went to attend Henry and Stella's engagement party. And she was furious because she didn't even know he was out of prison. She expected him to come home to the cabin. I think it's because him being a kid, he always would come back no matter what. And now he never even contacted her and just got engaged to this woman. He's like trying to break free from her.
Yeah.
She's not having it. Everyone was drinking at the bar, having a good time, when Viola rolled in, blackout drunk, and screaming at Henry, telling him that he was going to go back to Blacksburg with her. He needed to take care of her as she was getting older. It got very heated to where there was a physical altercation between Stella and Viola. Stella took off her ring, told Henry, "This is crazy, I'm out." After things calmed down and everyone left, Henry sat at the bar drinking until it was closing time.
My man.
Oh, God.
Been there.
What a sad scene.
Stella's like, well, that prison pen pal thing was a bad idea.
Yeah, right.
You think?
He walked back to Opal's apartment and went to sleep. A short while later, Henry woke up to Viola hitting him on the head with a broomstick. She snapped the broomstick over Henry's head, to which he hit her back. Henry said, quote, "I was pretty well drunk when she started arguing with me, wanting me to go back to Virginia to live with her, but I told her I didn't want anything to do with her. All I remember was slapping her alongside the neck, but after I did that, I saw her fall and decided to grab her. Then I noticed I had a knife in my hand, and she had been cut." I don't know.
Oh, I forgot that knife was in my hand when I slapped you. God damn it.
Hey,
Always doing that.
he fell asleep drunk. We've all been there, right?
I suppose,
You
with the
can't-
knife in your hand.
I've fallen asleep with a remote control in my hand.
I would not put it past Henry to fall asleep with a knife in his hand.
Could happen.
That
We
seems
don't know
like
what the
something
fuck's
that
going on
could
with his
happen.
brain. And then he wakes up, he's being assaulted. You just kind of swing.
Yeah. She should have thought about this before she gave him brain damage
This
when
is
he was a little
literally
boy.
the definition of fuck around and find out.
Yes, very much so.
For 16, 17 years, she fucked around and she found out.
I don't feel bad for her one bit.
No, because she was probably an inch away from killing him on multiple occasions.
Yeah.
Is this his first known murder, or is it accepted that maybe he didn't realize what he was doing?
This is his first.
But like, so people, it's accepted that he knew. He fucking
Well,
had that knife and killed her.
Unless he really killed that other girl.
Yeah, unless
I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right. That's right. He admitted to strangling her or whatever, the girl he was sexually assaulting.
if I had to guess, I would say this is his first murder.
Yeah.
How Henry tells it is that he didn't know Viola was dead. He had never stood up to her before, let alone hit her. So kind of what he had been trained to do his whole life, he went home. He drove through the night to Blacksburg, Virginia, and sat in the cabin that he grew up in waiting for Viola to come home. When it became apparent that she wasn't coming, Henry started driving back to Michigan, but he never made it. Henry was arrested in Toledo, Ohio for the murder of Viola.
Wait a minute, that's our state.
Yeah.
Why is he here? I don't like that.
Driving through to...
Did Opal call the police? Like, did she just come home or wake up and find the mom dead?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she wasn't. She was pretty shocked to find her dead in the living
God
room.
damn it, Henry.
Henry was sentenced to 40 years in prison for the murder of Viola. When he got there, he tried to kill himself multiple times. One in particular, he tried to hang himself and it didn't work, but he was just hanging there for an extended period of time, and it cut off oxygen to his brain, which caused even more brain damage. At that point, he was sent to Ionia State Hospital, where he learned, like Ed Kemper, by looking at files. He was given that same type of job where he could organize paperwork and stuff, and he started paying attention to what guys got in trouble for, why they got in trouble, and he learns a lot how to cover his tracks and not get caught.
Makes sense. He knows how the system works now. He doesn't seem smart like Ed Kemper, though, necessarily.
No.
I don't know if his brain was ever given a chance.
He was released on June 3rd, 1970, due to overcrowding, which he didn't want to leave. He asked to stay. I think there might be an argument to be made that maybe if people want to stay, we could just let them stay.
Yeah, we could find a place for him.
Charles Manson didn't want to leave either.
Yeah.
He asked to stay, and they said no. There's a reason. There's a reason that somebody wants to stay in prison.
Yeah.
Maybe that should be the first red flag. They want to stay.
Perhaps.
In December of 1971, Henry got charged and sentenced to 4 years in prison again, for this time for trying to abduct a 15-year-old girl at gunpoint. This is something that he talks about later on, specific instances, which I think that they're true, where he would use this boyfriend gimmick to get women or young girls in the car. A girl was walking on the side of the road. He pulls up and starts talking to her, asking if she wants a ride. She says something about her boyfriend, like she's gotten in a fight with him, something. She doesn't want anything to do. He's like, well, actually, I just ran into your boyfriend and he sent me up here to come find you. And he does this like sweet talking thing. And then the girl's finally like, all right, I guess I'll let you ride me back to him. And you're dead.
Is it the one eye that pulls him in? They're like, I love this one eye thing you got going on.
That milky substance leaking from it.
Can you cry some more?
But that's what he did to this girl. A similar type of...
Yeah. You know what else happened in December of 1971? Dave Namapod was born.
God damn.
Joined this earth.
Were we in World War II still then?
I think you're not doing your dates right, Mike.
Oh, okay. Maybe. I feel a little off there.
A little bit.
Was the North or the South winning then? I don't know.
It's just so ridiculous. It's not even amusing at all. In the slightest.
I'll have to look that up in the book.
You very well know that my uncle Ulysses was the one in our family fighting in the Civil War
That's
way
true.
back when.
There is a lineage.
Beating the traitorous South into submission, accepting the surrender of the traitor General Robert E. Lee at Appomattox Courthouse on April 14th. Right? April 14th?
I don't know the
something
exact
like that.
date, but that's about right. Congratulations to you and the Dave Namapod family.
Yeah, appreciate that. Thanks, Mike.
It's pretty great. And of all that generalism and that heroism and that battle-tested man, of all the traits to be passed down, it was the alcoholism.
Very much so. What are you going to do? Genetics is a strange beast.
So not only did Henry try to abduct this girl, but he did it at gunpoint, and this broke his probation. He wasn't allowed to have a gun. So while serving his time in prison again, he struck up a relationship with a family friend, a woman named Betty Crawford, the widow of a cousin, who started writing him, again with the pen pal stuff. After getting out of prison in August of 1975, he moved to Port Deposit, Maryland, married Betty and moved in with her and her 2 teenage daughters in Pennsylvania on December 5th, 1975. He found work at a mushroom farm, but their marriage ended in 1976 when Betty accused him of molesting her daughters.
It seems very out of character.
She is not the only one. Opal also caught him molesting her 8-year-old daughter.
Oh, boy.
When we get into part 2, Henry, none of his family wants him around. Any of the half siblings, half cousins, anybody he shows up at their doorstep, like, get the fuck out of here because he's molesting.
Yeah.
Hey, what's going on here?
How it's told is that when he showed back up at Opal's later on, she met him with a shotgun at the door and said, get the fuck out of here.
Good.
It is good, but it's also sad that, like, it didn't have to be that way. He was treated like the outcast initially. I'm not making excuses, but, like, he didn't stand a chance, did he?
No, of course not. No.
And I don't blame these people. You're going to protect your family, and you absolutely should. But what a sad kind of start we're off to here.
He should just stick to fucking rabbits.
That's one of the problems that causes you to be the way.
But,
Are you saying that fucking rabbits is not good for your psyche?
but if that's the worst thing you did in life, we're not really probably talking about the story.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, we're not talking about his half brother that taught him how to do it.
Yeah.
We don't know his name.
Look, we don't condone fucking rabbits. But if that's the worst thing you do in life, you're probably not having a true crime podcast talk about you.
Perhaps not.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
What about a spin-off show that only does shows about guys that fuck rabbits?
I'm down. Sign me up. Rabbit Namapod. All right, this is weird.
I'm going to hop right on that.
That's a good one.
Henry didn't mind leaving. Plus, there was a family reunion happening in West Virginia. So he hopped in with his cousin, Wade Kaiser, for a road trip. How it's told is that they were stuck in traffic in Ohio, like gridlocked. Henry rolls down his window, kind of hanging his head out of the car, talking to himself about the Betty issue. There's a truck next to him. Trucker goes, "Are you talking to me?"
You talking to me? Talking to me?
Henry says no, and they start a conversation, which led to Henry jumping out of his cousin's car and into the truck. From here, Henry completely goes off the grid for 2 years, just drifting, until 1978 when he met his partner in crime, Ottis Toole, while standing in line at a soup kitchen in Jacksonville, Florida. And that is where we will pick back up on part 2.
Insanity. It's insanity, all of this.
Next week, we will talk. We'll start off, we'll get into Ottis Toole's life.
Ottis.
Just as bad as Henry's, maybe not as bad as the physical abuse or physical getting hit with 2x4s and whatnot, but very terrible childhood for Ottis. So we'll get into Ottis. We'll also introduce Henry's 13-year-old child bride that goes
13,
on.
huh?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
She's also Ottis's niece.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, boy. All right, Dave, what do you got on Patreon?
Thank you to new patrons Kasia, April Ross, Tennille Lego, Jessica Campbell, Brandy P, Paul Lorimer Jr., Joshua Frund, Destiny Music, Doug Jones, Nicole Fritz, Colin, Jamie Burns, Philip Alden, Lillian Dube, Flounder Pounder, a.k.a. Lord Girth of Dickenshire,
Jesus.
Sarah, Jennifer Zamaloa, Guillermo Verdin, Matt L., Matt Huff, Sunspear, and I Am Native Ka. Thanks for joining. We'll see you on Patreon.
Ian, what do you got on your end?
What did we do? We just did, for Necro Straight Edge, Dave just did Richard Speck.
Richard Speck. That's a fun story, huh?
How was
It's
that
wild.
one?
Holy fuck.
Did you have a good time reading that?
Horrible. No.
No?
I haven't done iTunes reviews in a while because we haven't. Those really calmed down. Like we don't really get that many anymore. For
Everyone's
whatever.
on Spotify.
Yeah, but we did get one the other day that said if Ian was a furry, he'd be a beaver.
I agree with that sentiment.
All right. Their username was also Bone Me on Beaver Street.
It appears they have a
Okay.
kink, and they want you to be a part of that kink.
That's all I got.
That's a good one.
Go check out. There's all kind of Henry Lee Lucas stuff. There's a bunch of books out there. Go check those out. There's a whole Netflix documentary series.
I think I'll give Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer
Yes.
a watch before next week.
That's a creepy movie.
Yeah. Very much so. It's only loosely based. I mean,
Yeah.
kind of, sort of, but
One that's about to be 3 fucking parts from Necronomicon on him.
Yeah.
People should check those out.
they should, Mike. They really should.
We are on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube at Necronomipod, Patreon.com/Necronomipod, Amazon.com, search Necronomipod for all of our merch, and Necronomipod.com.
All right. You guys ready for a cool down beer?
Cheers.